Good morning. It is 9:03 a.m. on Friday, November 12th, 2021. I'm Christiana Ellis and I just got up. This is 5 more minutes. So I finally went and got my COVID booster yesterday. I originally had the Johnson & Johnson shot, and so the current guidance is to recommend getting, a booster for which can be any of the different ones. And so when I went there to the Boston Medical Center, they showed me a little chart that said like the most recent data of this particular situation suggested that the Johnson & Johnson shot followed by the Moderna shot has the most antibody responses or whatever. So that's the one I got. Still have my band-aid on there. My arm is sore and I feel a little fatigued, but that's about it. Like I don't feel great, but not so bad. I could do stuff if I needed to today, but I also had a relatively light Friday anyway, and so I decided, you know what, I can go ahead and give myself a day off today. So I am. But yeah, I definitely feel good about that decision, even though I, in a more literal way, don't feel good. Emotionally, I feel good, and rationally, I feel good, even if my body is kind of saying, "Dude." But yeah, like I'm actually not as bad as I've heard some people talk about. But yeah, sure, Rocket enjoyed me sleeping in a little bit. We had to get up to take him outside and give him breakfast, of course. But then, yeah, cuddle on the bed for sure. Yeah. Um, tonight, tonight, tonight. Mike and I are finally able to get our schedules together enough to record the next episode of Watching 100 Movies, where we're talking about sports movies, um, which I tend to like more than actual sports. But that's just a personal thing. So we're going to be talking about Remember the Titans and A League of Their Own. So if people want to tune in to that, that's going to be at 7:15 ish, maybe 7:30 p.m. Eastern tonight on my Twitch channel. If people want to check that out. But in the meantime, I'm probably going to have a low-key day, spending most of it from the couch. Got last night's Critical Role to watch, which I did not stay up to watch any of live because I was just feeling a little fatigued already. And then, I'm also just recognizing that, like, how I feel right now is how I feel with 3 extra hours of sleep. So probably if I tried to get up at the normal time and just gone on with my day, I might be feeling even more tired than I am right now. But, that's how it goes sometimes. Bodies, right? Last night I played a little bit more of Deathloop, and I like it, but I'm finding it hard to reintegrate my brain into first-person shooter type mechanics. It's been a little while since I played one of those, and although certainly I have them in my, my gaming repertoire generally, I'm still just finding it feel a little bit awkward moving around in that game. Now that said, I only just got one of the, like, what they call slabs in that game, which are the, like, special powers, the traversal powers. So before I was able to, run around and jump and sprint and all that sort of thing, but now I have my little miniature teleport. And so playing around with that a little bit more is going to be fun. And I started to feel myself getting a little bit bored, but I think I recognized also that I was being a little bit completionist and like spending all my time in just one area rather than exploring a bit more. And that's probably contributing to that, so that it's a little bit like the whole Leave the Hinterlands meme about Dragon Age Inquisition, where if you're not familiar, the basic idea is that the Hinterlands is the very first area of that game, and there's a lot to do. But if you just stay in that area doing only those things with the idea that you're going to do all of the things in the hinterlands before you go anywhere else, you're probably going to start getting bored, because although there's a lot to do, not all of them are the best stuff. And you're going to get really tired of that area just running around back and forth in it, when it's very easy to just not be so completionist about that area, yet go around and have some fun in some of the other areas. And then if you want, you can come back for the rest of the stuff in the hinterlands when it won't feel so tiresome anymore. So I was recognizing in my own tendency, maybe that's what I need to do. Instead of just spending all my time in one of the main areas, I can actually go around and look at the other ones. And but it's a pretty neat game, so I'm going to keep playing it. But I've also heard a lot about a game called Inscription, which I want to check out. So we'll see what I get up to today. But I'll talk to you tomorrow for 5 more minutes.